But tonight's big story is coming from Rajasthan, where we have seen unprecedented political drama in the state. After facing multiple setbacks in the court, Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot and his supporters have decided to go on the offensive. While the Chief Minister himself met the governor and demanded an assembly session to be convened, his MLAs sat on a dharna at the Raj Bhavan. These are scenes that perhaps have not been seen in Jaipur ever before. The battle lines are drawn in Rajasthan. It's our top story. Is the state heading for a constitutional crisis now?
Yet another twist to the royal political drama in Rajasthan. These are MLAs loyal to Gujarat CM Ashok Gehlot on a dharna in the Raj Bhavan lawns. Their demand, a floor test to save the government amidst rebellion and alleged horse trading. When the MLAs were protesting, Gehlot was meeting Governor Kalraj Mishra inside to make press for an assembly session, a demand he had made last evening.
भारतीय जनता पार्टी उनके नेताओं के षड्यंत्र है, जैसे उन्होंने कर्नाटक में किए थे, जैसे उन्होंने मध्य प्रदेश में किए थे और राज्यों में किए, आप सबको मालूम है। राजस्थान में करना चाहते हैं।
इस सरकार की अल्पमत है या बहुमत है, इसका निर्णय अगर कोई करेगा तो हाउस का फ्लोर ही करेगा। ये बात अगर उस दिन हो जाती तो आज 12 दिन में बहुत कुछ निर्णायक स्थिति पर आ जाता। और अब जब कोर्ट के कारण से आपको रास्ता दिख ही नहीं रहा है, तो आज आपने सारी मर्यादाओं को धूल धूसर कर दिया।
Chief Minister Gehlot had accused the governor of delaying floor test under pressure from the Narendra Modi government.
हमारा मानना है कि ऊपर से दबाव के कारण से मजबूरी में वो अभी असेंबली बुलाने के लिए निर्देश दे रहे हैं।
Sources in the Raj Bhavan say that the governor needs time for deliberations as the assembly speaker's show cause notice to 19 rebels are pending in the Supreme Court and High Court. Gehlot is now on the offensive after facing setbacks in the legal fight. In a big relief to Sachin Pilot camp, the Rajasthan High Court on Friday ordered stay on Speaker's disqualification notice till a final verdict.
बड़े अचंभे की बात है कि इस कैबिनेट सिस्टम में जब भी सरकार आग्रह करे कि सेशन की शुरुआत होनी चाहिए, तो उसमें गवर्नर साहब को कोई देरी नहीं करनी चाहिए।
The political battle in Rajasthan has reached the top court. The Rajasthan High Court made center a party in this case after a petition filed by Sachin Pilot camp. Now all eyes are on the Supreme Court as it hears the disqualification plea of the Speaker on Monday. With video journalist Ajay Thakur, Devankur Wadhwa, Sharad Kumar, this is Mosmi Singh in Jaipur for India Today.
Let's raise some really big questions tonight. Is Rajasthan heading for a constitutional crisis and possibly governor's rule? Is a floor test the best way to end the crisis and decide who has a majority? Is Narendra Modi's government looking at imposing president's rule? Kissa Kursi ka blot on democracy at a time of COVID, political musical chairs. Is the office of Raj Bhavan being misused? Should a chief minister be hitting the streets? Just some of the questions that I will be raising today. I'm joined by GVL Narasimha Rao, the BJP MP, Pawan Khera, Congress's spokesperson, Vikas Singh, former additional Solicitor General, and Sanjay Hegde, senior advocate at the Supreme Court. I'll come to the law in a moment, but I want to understand the politics first. Pawan Khera, what is Ashok Gehlot intending to do by parading his MLAs or making them stage a dharna at the Raj Bhavan? What is the message that Mr. Gehlot is trying to send?
Rajdeep, for the last 2 weeks, what are the headlines across all channels? That there is a crisis faced by Mr. Ashok Gehlot's government. What could be a crisis to an elected government? That he or she has lost the support of the MLAs. How does one prove that? You can't parade the MLAs in Fairmount Hotel. Obviously, that's not the right platform. You can't do that at the Raj Bhavan. That's also not the right platform. What is the right platform? The right platform is the assembly. This is a strange scenario where the so-called beleaguered chief minister say, "आप हमारा floor test करके देख लीजिए." And the persons, the people, the gangs who are plotting to destabilize the government are running scared. Why don't they come out?
No, but if he's so confident of his if he's so confident of his majority, Mr. Khera, why does he even need a floor test? Why does he need a floor test at this particular moment?
He's absolutely confident of his majority. We've shown not once, not twice, but a dozen times in the last fortnight that we have the numbers. Yet, if Mr. Amit Shah and Mr. Gajendra Singh Shekhawat are bent upon creating a crisis, here we are. Let's come to the assembly. Show us your numbers. They don't have the courage to move a no confidence because they know they don't have the number. We have the courage to face the assembly. They don't have the courage to even accept this legitimate, constitutionally valid demand.
Are you saying, Mr. Khera, to me that the Governor Kalraj Mishra, a veteran politician, is allowing his office to be used by Amit Shah and Narendra Modi? Because today Mr. Gehlot went on record saying that there is pressure on the governor. Is Mr. Gehlot claiming, are you claiming that the governor's office is being misused by Amit Shah and Narendra Modi? Let's get it clear.
Rajdeep, you in your opening remarks said that these are unprecedented scenes never before witnessed in Jaipur. I would remind you, the 1993 tenure of Bhairo Singh Shekhawat faced a similar issue when Bhawan Lal Sharma turned rogue against him. And Bhairo Singh ji went to meet, along with his MLAs and political workers of the BJP, he went to meet and gherao Baliram Bhagat ji's Raj Nivas. Ashok Gehlot refused to topple or to sabotage a duly elected government of Bhairo Singh Shekhawat. Rajasthan has witnessed these scenes. Baliram Bhagat ji stuck to the constitution 182A. He said, nothing doing. I am not playing to the tunes of anyone. And nobody asked him.
I am asking you one last time. Are you telling me that the governor is taking instructions from...
There is a reason why...
The governor seems to be suggesting these are COVID times. You can't just call an assembly session. There is no emergency in Rajasthan to call a session according to him.
Rajdeep, Bihar can have an assembly session on the 3rd of August in the midst of a huge crisis, health crisis. Manipur has just announced. Puducherry has started the assembly session today. Goa, which is witnessing a third wave of the pandemic, is going in for the assembly session on Monday. Why should Rajasthan be an exception, I ask you? And since you asked me whether we suspect the governor, no, we don't. We suspect the intentions of Delhi. We suspect the intentions of the gangs of Mansa, the gangs of Amit Shah. We are worried about that because we've seen them operate.
Sachin Pilot? My final question before I go to GBL Narasimha Rao, do you suspect Kalraj Mishra or is it about Sachin Pilot? Is this Gehlot versus Pilot now or is it Gehlot versus Modi Shah? Let's get it clear.
It is Ashok Gehlot and the constitution on one side and Amit Shah and the gangs of Mansa on the other side. Mansa is where Amit Shah comes from. So therefore, I'd just like to clarify for your viewers. So gangs of Mansa versus Ashok Gehlot. This is the crisis.
Gangs of Mansa versus Ashok Gehlot. GBL Narasimha Rao, that's like a red rag to you. Is it that Amit Shah and Narendra Modi ji are in some way remote controlling the governor's office, determined to topple the government of Ashok Gehlot? He wants to do a floor test. Under the constitution, the governor acts on the aid and advice of the Council of Ministers. So why is he denying him a floor test?
No, Rajdeep, if the dynasty mafia thinks that they can dictate terms to India's constitution, it's not going to work. The mafia Raj will not run in the constitutional framework, India's constitutional framework. It's a constitutional crisis perhaps in the making, but what is more evident is a political paralysis that ails the Congress party today. And they need treatment for their political paralysis and the repeated political strokes they are suffering in different states and their internal squabbles. And the Congress party claims to be a great harbinger of democracy. It's like the proverbial cat that has swallowed 100 rats. It's the Congress party that has misused the governor's office, converted every Raj Bhavan during its rule into the Congress party offices. There are any number of instances.
If that happened in the Congress party rule, I thought the BJP, I keep repeating, was supposed to be a party with a difference. If the
No, we
governor,
are.
if
No,
a chief
Congress
minister
party-
wants to prove
the
his
Congress-
majority on the floor,
Okay,
should he
let
be
me
denied
complete
the
my
right?
statement, Rajdeep. You did not interrupt. Let me complete my statement.
Yes.
It's the Congress party which has always abused the office of governor and had received a number of times of flack for doing so. But today, the Congress party and Ashok Gehlot are in a deep anxiety. I wish him well. He should be taken care of. These are COVID times because he is under tremendous pressure. Why does he need to? You see, if the opposition wants to move a no trust motion, we will move it. The day I said it's a constitutional crisis in the making. MLAs have not been disqualified, nor have the MLAs resigned. So is Mr. Ashok Gehlot. Then what is he talking about?
So I think the reason why there is this apprehension, if I may use the word, is in Goa and Manipur. Despite the Congress being the single largest party, you formed the government. The Karnataka government was toppled. No, 1 minute. The Karnataka government was toppled. Just a few months ago, the Madhya Pradesh government was toppled. So naturally, it seems that Ashok Gehlot has an apprehension that the BJP is working in tandem with Sachin Pilot in some manner to topple his government. He wants to prove his majority.
No, Rajdeep, I said Congress party is suffering strokes and convulsions. But for that, how can we be held responsible for the COVID situation if they want to compare with Goa and Manipur, states which have almost been declared COVID-free, and if they want to impose COVID on the burden of COVID on the people of Rajasthan, the governor is not going to play according to their tune. In any case, what exactly the stand the honorable governor takes, you will have to wait and see. And as far as Karnataka is concerned, did the Congress party not contest the developments in the Supreme Court, both in Karnataka and Madhya Pradesh?
Okay,
and what did the Supreme Court say? It's not our job to ensure that MLAs, despite their humiliation, stay within the Congress party and pay their obeisance to Chen Janpath. They're getting disgusted with your dynasty and its mafia.
Okay.
And you will have to keep your house in order.
We are getting reports that the MLAs have refused to leave the Raj Bhavan lawns. Pawan Kheda, please explain to me. MLAs are refusing to leave the Raj Bhavan lawn. This is happening now late in the evening. Governor has responded after Gehlot's demand for an assembly session. Governor says cabinet nod doesn't give date for session. So he wants to know. The governor clearly wants to get more information. He says there is no reason for this emergency session. The point, Pawan Khera, is, let's be honest, this is primarily a Congress crisis. This is a crisis within which you need to resolve. Why are you blaming every other agency, including Raj Bhavan? There would be no crisis if Sachin Pilot had not taken 19 MLAs and gone to a hotel in Manesar.
No, today he has even threatened High Court. Kapil Sibal has found fault with the High Court.
I think the question is to me, ask me to.
Respond, Pawan.
Rajdeep, the limited option that the Honorable Governor has is 182A. He's bound by the advice of and the recommendation of the Cabinet. If the Cabinet wants to have a session, the Governor cannot say no, full stop. Now, my friend GVL says the Supreme Court during Karnataka said that Chen Janpath is a mafia. I asked him to repeat this. I drag him to the court tomorrow if the Supreme Court says
No. You have
this is contempt of court. This is contempt of court. I challenge you. This is the contempt of court.
No, you can't attribute.
One by one,
I'm saying you're
does not mean you will be saved from the court tomorrow.
Repeat it 1,000 times.
One by one. Okay, producer, if there is cross talk, I'm going to wait. I'm going to switch your mics off just for 30 seconds to take a pause so that you can also take a bit of a breather. I know this is a hot issue. Let me go to the two lawyers for a moment to get the definition clearly of the governor's role. I want to ask you first, Vikas Singh, former Additional Solicitor General, if the Chief Minister wants to convene an assembly session, gets the Council of Ministers to fix a date, is the governor bound by the aid and advice? Or can he say, look, there is no emergency, why should you call a session?
Well, Rajdeep, this question was settled very recently by the Supreme Court, a 5-judges bench of the Supreme Court. In the case of that Arunachal Pradesh, when there was an issue there, and the Supreme Court very categorically ruled that if the Chief Minister decides to have a session of the House, the Governor has no choice but to call that House in session. So there is no choice with the
Does
Governor.
he have to give a notice?
No.
Is there a notice period?
no, there is no notice period. The dates have to be given. You can call a house even on a very short notice. This is something which is completely the discretion of the Chief Minister as held by the Supreme Court. I'm not saying as the Constitution says, because the Constitution was literally interpreted. I was arguing the other way in that case, and I said the governor has a choice and he can decide when to call and when not to call. But the Supreme Court has said no, the governor does not have a choice. The only time the governor has a choice if the Chief Minister has lost the majority, and then the governor wants to call a house to find out whether he still enjoys the majority or not. Now that situation has not arisen here because Sachin Pilot himself has gone to the High Court and he is saying that he can't be expelled, he can't be disqualified. He is very much part of the Congress party. So obviously there is no issue of majority today.
I get your point. Your point is well taken, Vikas Singh. You emphasized it well. Sanjay Hegde, you also concur that the governor has very limited discretionary powers?
Of course, that's what the Supreme Court has held. And much before the Arunachal Pradesh decision, in a 7-judge decision in Shamsher Singh, the Supreme Court very categorically held that we are living in a parliamentary system. The president or the governor is bound by aid and advice. There are very few elements of discretion, and in this particular instance, there is no element of discretion.
No, can he say, Sanjay Hegde, can the governor say, look, these are COVID times. In COVID times, I cannot call an emergency session as required, as requested to by the Chief Minister?
No, that is not within the governor's choice or discretion, simply because the governor is not the ruler under the Indian Constitution. He is at best a friend, philosopher, guide to the government of the day, but he is not a governor general. It is not.
Okay, but you know we've seen. Yes, Mr. Vikas Singh, you wanted to make a point.
So as far as COVID is concerned, the handling of COVID is not being done by the governor. This we should know very clearly.
Yes.
A COVID situation, whatever is, supposing there is something to be done or some services to be augmented or some services to be stopped, that decision is taken by the state government, which is headed by the Chief Minister. The governor does not decide what measures are to be taken, which hospital is to be converted into a COVID hospital. That is all decided by the government. So ultimately, if in COVID times they want to have a session, the government will decide what all should be made necessary, what all precautions are to be made, and what all safety.
So both the lawyers are saying very clearly that there is enough precedent.
Can't be an excuse for not calling the house.
There are enough precedents, therefore, GVL Narasimha Rao, for the governor to abide by the decision of the Chief Minister. In fact, I can tell you, Narendra Modi in 2013, when he took on Kamla Beniwal over over certain appointments, the Supreme Court ruled in favor of the Chief Minister. My point today is to you, GVL Narasimha Rao, very clear. You were, the BJP was accused of misusing the governor's office in Maharashtra last year, that you swore in Devendra Fadnavis at 7:30 a.m. in the morning without even testing whether he had the numbers. And now in Rajasthan, the governor does not want to oblige the Chief Minister. Why? Why are you doing what you accused the Congress in the past of doing? Misusing the office of Raj Bhavan.
Absolutely incorrect. We are not misusing at all. And there is nothing in the Constitution that says you should wake up at 11 o'clock like Rahul Gandhi and then swear in only in the afternoon or evening. There is nothing forbidding a governor swearing in anybody at 7:30 in the morning.
The governor is supposed to use his wisdom to find out whether an individual has a majority before he swears him in. But be that as it may, sir, my point to you is,
given a letter of support, and therefore,
let's not go back.
These two.
Okay, sir. I am only raising a simple question, Mr. Rao. Just a minute. The fact that you're being accused today is of misusing the Enforcement Directorate. Suddenly you have discovered a 2007 case against Ashok Gehlot's brother. You are accused today of misusing Raj Bhavan with a governor who was a minister in the Narendra Modi government, who's being accused now of sitting on the demand of a Chief Minister for a floor test. These are all constitutional authorities or state agencies.
Rajdeep, you see things only through one lens.
Okay.
That's the problem. There is the other side. There is the SOG, the Special Operations Group that was set up. It was set up to fix political rivals of Ashok Gehlot. There are indications he was involved in one of his officers was extorting 2 crore rupees for his boss. and that boss happens to have business relations, his family and his spouse, his wife have business relations with the son and his friends of Ashok Gehlot. So this is a very murky affair. And certainly, let's come back to the discussion on the governor.
Yes.
I think what the governor decides is on the merits of the case. The lawyers have mentioned two precedents in this regard, but each situation has a context. You have a context in Rajasthan today where there is a constitutional crisis in the making. And
there is, but the Bomai case of 19... Sir, I take your point. There's a constitutional crisis in the making, but the Bomai case is very clear. All these issues are decided on the floor of the House.
Absolutely.
They're not decided in the lawns of Raj Bhavan. They're not decided in Hotel Fairmont or Hotel in Manesar.
No, Rajdeep, governor made that choice, that decision in Madhya Pradesh. What did the Congress do? They questioned the governor. Did they not question the governor? Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan, are they two different countries? Is it not the same Congress which operates in both? And do you know why the floor test was taken on the 16th of March as directed by the governor of Madhya Pradesh? They did not take it. They did not even have it on the agenda.
Yes.
And they forcibly postponed it to 26. And you know what is the reason mentioned by the Kamalnath government? Can I read that cause given by them?
Can you therefore, Pawan Kheda?
One line. We want this house urgent. We don't want to continue with it because on account of public health concerns arising from recent outbreak of COVID-19. This is what they say on 16th of March.
Okay.
When COVID was not even there in Madhya Pradesh. And today, Rajasthan, it's not an issue.
Pawan Kheda, isn't the bottom line that Ashok Gehlot today wants to, in a way, call an urgent floor test because he's actually, at the moment, perhaps got a wafer-thin majority. He's worried the more you delay, more people may either go with Mr. Pilot or the BJP gets enough time to topple his government. So therefore, in a fluid situation, he's trying to, in a way, fast forward the entire process by calling for a floor test. Now, normally, a chief minister is a floor test takes place when there's a no confidence motion. There is no confidence motion at the moment. BJP has not asked for one. And the same argument that is being made against the BJP misusing agencies is also being made against you. As Mr. GVL Narasimha Rao points out, SOG is being used to fix people in Rajasthan, is the argument.
That's every organization, every party has some differences of opinions. Now, if the BJP is trying to exaggerate those and trying to create a crisis, the governance of a state cannot come to a standstill. After all, the chief minister he's responsible to the people of Rajasthan. Obviously, he's in a hurry. He wants all this to be out of his way so that governance comes back on its track. It's not so easy. It's in the middle of a health crisis that we are witnessing. So, what is so wrong if the chief minister of a state decides to solve a problem? In whose interest is it to continue with the problem?
No, but this problem, no, 1 minute, Mr. Kheda. This problem has not been created by the BJP. This is your own problem.
I'm coming to that.
It's your MLAs who are sitting in Fairmont Hotel and Manesar.
Exactly my response is to this question. As I said, I started with this, that every organization has some problem or the other. If the BJP is trying to increase that problem and trying to get into it and trying to topple a government misusing all the agencies, now I'm coming to SOG, I'm coming to Gajendra Singh Shekhawat, the so-called parrot in this entire case. 884 crores of Ponzi scheme scam. The man is shamelessly trying to topple a government.
So that's again an old case that you have suddenly remembered.
No, it's not an old case.
No, 1 minute, Mr. Rao. Mr. Rao, I will ask you.
It's not an old case.
Mr. Rao, 1 minute.
2019.
You have suddenly remembered it in July 20. Mr. Narasimha Rao, just a minute.
Absolutely. Yesterday the court said the court has ordered an inquiry.
We will not let you
do what you have to. You can't
we will drag you. No, like Rahul Gandhi, you will have to
GVL Narasimha Rao, you cannot intervene. Let me ask him the questions. Please keep the voice. Yeah. Okay, Pawan Kheda, the bottom line is this. Sir, you are not answering my one question, Pawan Kheda ji. Pawan Kheda ji, there are MLAs of you, 19 MLAs of the Congress, including Mr. Sachin Pilot, who was still the other day your Rajasthan Pradesh Congress Committee chief, who are out of Jaipur at the moment. They seem to have waved the flag of rebellion, although they haven't yet spoken a word against the Congress party. This is your internal fight to that extent. Why don't you just settle that? The fact is, look at your MLAs, and I'll play some pictures in a moment. They're relaxing in Fairmont Hotel. For them, this is a party that is going on. My point is, settle that, na? Why don't you settle that? Who has created this crisis?
Rajdeep, there are ways of settling an internal issue. We are using those ways. We are asking them to come for a meeting. They don't come for a meeting. The speaker sends them a notice. They go to the court. That's one aspect of it. The other aspect is we can't keep waiting for them to come. And governance can't suffer because they are sulking somewhere. Tell me, Mr. Gehlot has shown his MLAs a dozen times in the last fortnight. How many times have you seen the entire group with Mr. Sachin Pilot in the last fortnight? कौन डर रहा है? कौन छिपा हुआ है? बताइए ना, सबको सामने बुला रहे हैं हम, तो आइए, कौन रोक रहा है? And Mr. GVL Narasimha Rao, you are threatening me. I'll tell you what. Yesterday, a Jaipur court passed this order asking for an inquiry into the misdeeds of Gajendra Singh Shekhawat.
We know
you want to go and file a case?
Okay, now we've got more. We've got just a minute. We've got more. Producer, mic's down. We've got more breaking news coming in. Rahul Gandhi has now stepped into Rajasthan's battle for the first time. He's alleged that the BJP is conspiring to topple the Gehlot government. Rahul Gandhi has now gone on record saying that the governor should call for a floor test right at once. That's what is Rahul Gandhi's claim. I just want to get another legal perspective. Vikas Singh, on one more question. There is a disqualification petition that is now pending before the Supreme Court. It's gone. The High Court has put a status quo, but it will be heard on Monday by the Supreme Court. Should the governor wait to hear what the Supreme Court says before he should consider the floor test, or are they unrelated?
They are completely unrelated, Rajdeep, because that is a completely different issue. That's an issue with regard to whether disqualification proceedings should go on or should be halted. But Rajdeep, the bigger problem, I'll tell you, is what? The bigger problem is that we don't have independent governors and we don't have a tribunal to decide issues of disqualification. And lastly, the biggest problem is that and that is as per the interpretation of the Supreme Court, that your disqualification virtually amounts to a disqualification for a day. You can resign and enter the very same assembly, same house, which was never the intention of the parliament when it brought in the 10th schedule.
Right.
That you defect and you contest the same seat from a different party and enter the same house. The disqualification should be for the entire term of the house.
Okay.
The moment you have that, and the moment you have an independent tribunal deciding on disqualification matters, and the moment you have independent governors, I think all these problems will go away. This Ayaram, Gayaram will completely be sort of taken care of.
Whether it is Ayaram, Gayaram, or in Rajasthan, the fact is that we are witnessing a kind of unprecedented scenario of turbulence within the Congress. But I want a quick remark from you also, Sanjay Hegde, on that. Do you believe the governor should wait till Monday to see what the Supreme Court says?
Of course not. There is no stay from the Supreme Court. The governor's actions are not in challenge before any court currently. The governor operates in a separate constitutional sphere, and the courts don't get in unless they are petitioned. Right now, there's nothing pending as far as the governor is concerned before any court. If the governor says that I am going to wait for the Supreme Court, then that is a non sequitur. He's only using the Supreme Court as a cloak.
Okay.
Or an excuse for sitting on his hands.
I'm going to ask the two final panelists of mine, and I just want, goes beyond just Rajasthan. I'm going to put some figures on the screen about the number of COVID cases in this state. And I really want to know from both of you, what matters to our politicians more? We saw it in Madhya Pradesh where the BJP was determined to bring down the Kamal Nath government, and now we are seeing the internal Congress strife in Rajasthan. Why don't you, both of you, get 30 seconds each? You, Pawan Khera, first. Do you think that this is the time to engage in toppling games? Look at the monies that you all are spending on going to hotels. Look at the way in which Corona is rising. Is this the time for MLAs to be sitting in Fairmont Hotel, watching movies, or in Manesar surrounded by bouncers?
Rajdeep, you said, is it a time to topple governments? That's a great question to be asked to the person who's toppling government. We are trying to save our government. We are trying to ensure that we honor the promises we made to the people of Rajasthan when we got the mandate. We want to honor that. Who's trying to sabotage that? Who did it in Madhya Pradesh? The gangs of Mansa.
Sachin Pilot insists that he has nothing to do with the BJP. Sachin Pilot's camp insists they have nothing to do with the BJP.
Rajdeep, what Sachin Pilot and his so-called camp says and what they do, there is a huge contradiction. You go to Manesar under the able guidance and protection of the BJP ruled state. You try and make the center become a party in the court. Why? I mean, and you try and hire lawyers who are absolutely labeled by the BJP. They are very close to aligned to the BJP. Then you say we have nothing to do with the BJP. So what they say doesn't matter. What they're doing matters.
Okay.
And it's for everyone to see what they're doing.
Can I get there for a final word from you, GVL Narasimha Rao? You know, I come back to the question. We thought that the BJP was a party that would change the way politics function as a party in power. But time and again in the last year, you've done exactly what perhaps Indira Gandhi did in her worst times. Misused the Raj Bhavans of this country simply to topple governments.
Absolutely wrong, because if we were undemocratic and a fascist like Indira Gandhi, we would have dismissed Rajasthan government after coming to power. We would have dismissed. We would have dismissed Rajasthan government.
Let him know the Pawan Kheda. My question is to GVL.
Because in Rajasthan we have won. In Rajasthan we swept polls, Lok Sabha polls, winning 25 out of 25 and 28 out of 29 in Maharashtra. That was enough to topple this government. We did not. And if the Congress and its dynasty mafia is detested by its own MLAs, its own cadres, then we are not here to help Congress.
Gangs of Mansa versus dynasty mafia.
I can promise you that.
They are suffering paralysis, political paralysis, and that is not a constitutional crisis. It's a crisis of the Congress.
It's not a constitutional crisis, it's a crisis of the Congress. Pawan Kheda claims this is the gangs of Mansa. Let's leave it there. Let's leave it there. The viewers will get again caught in the noise. I keep saying we want to do news without the noise. It's not always possible. But I appreciate my guest joining us on what is a turbulent political situation at the moment in the state of Rajasthan. We don't know what's going to happen next. All eyes now will be on the governor and what decision he takes in the next few days. Meanwhile, the BJP finds